Okay, so this morning I am going to discuss about the office accommodations. So it's already our week 3. So at the end of the session, the students will be able to know the importance of office accommodation, identify the different factors of office accommodations, and understand the types of interior decorations. So every office manager is concerned about getting office work performed with a maximum efficiency and a minimum cost. So this would be a possible if he makes a proper selection of employees and gives a proper training and guidance. And then a place wherein which is appropriate to the employees. So for the office accommodation, it refers to the selection of must appropriate office location. So office building and other facilities required for office. So the appropriate office accommodation helps to achieve business objective. So it supports employee for successful accomplishment of their duty. So in office accommodations, it involves the selection of office locations, office building, and the layout for the office. So it is very important that the employees in the organizations are convenient in their working place. So the attractive office will all with all other required facilities will motivate the employee to work. So in other words, inappropriate office accommodations brings difficulty in performance and a negative impact on an employee towards the business. So dito, sa office accommodations, we have to consider the locations. So when the location is good and the arrangement of the certain facilities in the office, most of the employees can work well in the certain tasks provided from them. While kung hindi maganda yung office accommodations or the place wherein the employees work in a certain place, so the impact there is employees are not performing well in a certain jobs. Okay, so let's have the office accommodations consist of the following factors. So let us examine the following factors. So one is the office location. Number 2, office building. Number 3 is the office layout. 4, the shape and size of the office. 5, convenience to the staff and the visitors. 6 is the physical condition of office. And the 7 is the cost of office accommodations. For the office locations, so it refers to the selection of an appropriate location for business. So we have different nature and size of business demand different locations. Okay, so the locations of the office affects the performance of the employee and also the availability of resources. So for the office location, so it is very important that their surroundings of the office building is free from noise, diba? Noise, congestions, and other destructive na way that affects the operations of the business. So the appropriate selection of office locations may be an inconvenience to the employees, visitors, customers, and dealing with other business organizations. So the location of the office is largely determined by the nature of the business. So like for example, if your office is the big manufacturing industries, which is suitable in the area far from the public residence. Okay, so whereas consumer or consumable stores, such as department stores, are more suitable for the public residentials. So with this, you have to consider the type of business you have and also the locations wherein your business should be uh, placed, uh, as what I have given an example. If your business is manufacturing business, the place should be far from the public residence. While kung yung business mo is consumable, which is the food, you can place your business for a public residentials. Okay, so the following location factors must be considered before selecting an office location. So number one, there must be the availability of all kinds of transport facilities. Okay, so with regards to transport facilities, it is necessary for the convenience of the staff as well as the customers. Number two, there should have service facilities such as a bank, post office, insurance, market, trades or stocks exchange, etc. So in terms of a service facility, okay, so your business should be malapit within the bank and then the post office. Okay, so that your employees and other customers must be convenient in having these service facilities. Number three, the office should be located near the sources of availability of labor. So for the office location, in terms of sources, so it means that more people, okay, so more people, and then this will be makapag-attract na more laborers in your office. So in terms of need of employees or additional employees in the organizations, so mas madali maghanap ng mga applicants near your offices. Next is, there should be a healthy environment. So in terms of healthy environment, your employees should be safe, okay? So, malayo doon sa mga distractions like noise at makapag-communicate ng maayos between uh, the employers and other people in the organizations. So when you say healthy environment, there must be a harmonious relationship between the employers and the employees, as well as the customers. Next, number 5, it is desirable to choose the location where the same line of business is engaged. Of course, so kailangan sa paghanap ng locations, naka-base ka doon sa line of your business. Next, number 6, we must select appropriate area where cost is minimum. So in terms of cost, so you have your budget with regards to your office locations. So depende yan sa budget. If you are looking for an office which is for rentals, okay, pag nag-rent ka or lease na isang office, so it must be appropriate within your budget. Next is office building. So the selected office building must be suitable to the nature and the size of the business. So the office building can be available through construction, rent, or lease. So the team of the management must consider the different factors before selecting building for an office. So the following are the important factors to be considered while selecting the office building. So number 1, there should be safety and security of the office and the staff of the office. So it is very important that we have to secure, the management should secure the safety and security of the employees in the organizations. Number 2, there must be facilities of lighting, ventilation, water system, free from dust, noise, smell, etc. For the employees to be more productive in their work, the management should provide a good lighting and ventilations to their employees. Okay. Next, number 3, the cost of the office must match the budget of the office. Okay, so in terms of budget, so you have to know the amount of the budget, how much budget does the office merong pertaining budget para doon sa office rent. So remember, kailangan you have to secure budget for that office rent. O di kaya office lease. Number 4, the office building must be flexible to append additional floor for future expansion and requirement. Okay, in terms of expansion, so most of the businesses are looking forward for the expansion of their business. But when you are going to have your office building. So be sure that there is space for future expansion. Next, number 5, the building should meet the layout needs of machines, equipments, departments, and the human resources. Okay, so before looking for a building, you should take note uh, the important requirements or layout that is needed in your office. So kailangan there is a space for a machines and equipments. And also, the most important thing is the employees o tinatawag natin the human resources. So, we're in na makapag-work ng maayos yung mga employees within the organizations if all the machines and equipments are properly designed kung saan siya ilalagay. Okay? Next is the office layout. So for the office layout, be adaptable to meet the volume changes. Okay? Next, provide enough work and storage space. Take account of flow of work and allow easy access for employees. So in making an office layout, so kailangan you have to plan well with regards to office layout. Of course, you are going to design which part uh, kung saan ilalagay yung mga machines and equipments. And also, it is very important that there must be a storage room kung saan ilalagay yung mga other important things used in the office. Okay? Economical to maintain, easy access to services, easy access to equipment, and provide security for equipment and information. So these are the most important things that in the office layout, make sure that all are convenient in working with the space provided by the management to the employees. So the most important thing also is that all the equipment and facilities necessary in the office are provided by the management. So the systematic arrangement of different facilities inside the office is called the office layout. So it is the systematic and a scientific management of machines, equipment, furniture, and other resources in the office to achieve a business objective. So it is arranges different facilities in order to bring smoothness in work performance. So it provides a smooth flow of work and motivates an employee to work hard and better. So with this kind of office equipment, all employees in the organizations um, can work and perform their task well if there is a systematic arrangement of machines and other furniture and fixtures used in the office. So according to Hicks and Place, office layout refers to the arrangement of workstation in the space involved so that all equipments, supplies, procedures, and personnel can function at a maximum efficiency. So if all workstations are well arranged, so nagiging productive and efficient yung mga employees in a certain organization. So in conclusions, office layout refers to the scientific and a systematic arrangement facilities inside an office. So it allows placing different resources such as furniture, machine, and equipment at an appropriate locations. Okay, so there is a free flow of work and free movement of employee at work. So mas maganda talaga sa isang office na organized and systematic yung mga gamit. Okay, so mas convenient sa mga employees at mabilis ang pagtrabaho kung naka-organize. Pero kung yung isang office na hindi masyadong na-organize yung mga gamit o kalat, so there is a reflections to the employees, no? Nagkakaroon sila ng attitude na tinatamad sa pagtatrabaho because they are not satisfied with the place wherein kung saan sila nagtatrabaho. So, next is the principles of office layout. So there is a certain factors that must be considered before designing the office layout. So the basic requirement like the free flow of work, appropriate space, effective supervision, service facilities, etc. helps to achieve the office objective easily. So let's take a look with the principles of the office layout. So number one is the flow of work. Okay, so the office layout must allow free flow of work. So there should be a time gap between the completion of one task and the start up of another task. So the employee must be able to work in their job without any disturbance. Of course, with proper and orderly manner on how to arrange all the machines and equipment in the office, so employees can comply all the necessary tasks within that day. So mas mabilis nilang matapos yung kanilang trabaho if there is no disturbances. Okay? Next is the sufficient workspace. So each workstation must provide a sufficient space for an employee. So the narrow the workspace doesn't allow an employee to complete their duty comfortably. So on the other hand, the wide working space increase unnecessary costs for business in terms of the grants. Okay, so here in a sufficient workspace, so you are provided by the management a space wherein you can work in an orderly manner. So kung you are allotted a space which is makapag-trabaho ka ng maayos, okay? So unlike doon sa maliit lang yung space, hindi ka makapag-work ng maayos because you are disturbed with that kind of space. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, hindi ka na-motivate sa pagtrabaho. It's because of the narrow workspace. Okay? So, kailangan as a management, be sure that the place wherein kung saan naka-assign yung isang empleyado must be comfortable. Next, number 3, we have effective supervision. So office layout must provide the facility for effective supervisions. All the employee and workers must be guided and controlled at their workplace by their supervisor. So it ensures the conformity of work-related rules and regulations. So here in the office layout, one of the duties and responsibilities of the supervisor is to monitor the performance of employees in the organizations. So to ensure that the conformity of work, so there must be a basis. Okay, so they have to follow the rules and regulations provided by the organizations. Next is the flexibility and adaptability. So office layout should be designed by considering the principle of flexibility and adaptability. So this principle says that the additional space should be available if an office is expanded. So the growth and development of business need additional office space. So therefore, it must be available at required time. So in terms of flexibility and availability, so most of the business are looking forward for the expansions or growth and development of businesses. But then, in terms of flexibility, the management should adjust for the necessary space provided to the employees in terms of expansion. So kailangan once the business expand, of course, the office or the working station should also be have an additional office space. Okay? Kasi once nag-expand ka ng business mo, syempre, additional employees. Magka-hire ka ng additional na tao. So it needs an extra space for those employees who will be hired of the company. Next, number 5, we have good lighting and ventilation. So it is the basic requirement that in an office, there must be a facility of good lighting and ventilation. So the employee cannot perform their job in the absence of lighting and ventilation facilities. So therefore, office should be designed in such a way that each space of the office will get an appropriate quantity of lighting and ventilations. Okay. So in terms of lighting and ventilations, so ito yung pinaka-importanting services that will be provided to the employees. So kailangan the management should see to it na kompleto yung mga ilaw for them na yung mga empleyado makapagtrabaho ng maayos. Kasi syempre pag medyo madilim, so once na yung trabaho na ginagawa mo is more on the accounting side, okay, so you have to see to it na yung area mo is maliwanag. Okay?